Welcome to Who Put This On, Season 4, Episode 26, where we watch Encore, Season 1, Episode 1. I'm Chris Lorenz.
Noah Singer.
Brian Houston.
This is James.
All right, we're unprepared because no one got the show description up.
The app has it, man.
We'll get it in a second. Here.
We have the Disney Plus app this week, and we have a very short show description.
All right, Kristen Bell reunites former high school classmates to restage musicals they performed in the past. So it's a riff on High School Musical and high school reunions.
I wasn't expecting High School Musical to come in here, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, it is a restage of a High School Musical, Noah.
It's the Disney Megaverse, man. We need to include musicals in a lot of things.
The Megaverse. Oh, man. That would be a good pod.
What?
Man, there was totally a miniverse pun just sitting there for you, though. Because Minnie's a character.
Oh, shit. Yeah. James coming in hot with that Florida heat.
Damn.
All right. So this show, what does, you intro all these people from this high school production of Annie and what they do for a job. And they have three professionals direct them in a recreation of said musical. And you get to see the high schoolers like bond and remember, get their member berries out, and they're sad and their cries, and then they do the musical. Kristen Bell comes out, everyone's real happy because Kristen Bell's there, and that's the end of the show.
Everybody loves Kristen Bell.
So like, it's not like there's a whole bunch of segments here. It's a lot of just like hanging out with these people.
It's practicing. So the show starts, the Encore episode starts on day 5 before the play begins. And then
5 days till curtain with a very dramatic subtitle.
Yes. Yes.
But then you go through. So then they're like, it's very odd. There's no like real great introduction to the show. Like Kristen Bell has says what we did are the show description before the show, and that's it. Yeah. So you get into this place, and they're like, "This is Debbie. She is a middle school teacher. This is her middle school and teaching." And then they go on to Annie, and Annie's a stay-at-home mom, and it's like
nobody cares.
Like no one cares. Well,
it doesn't matter.
It's trying to get you to care.
I know, but like the way they shoot this thing, it just like you have no reason to give any
minutia.
Well, we're in minutia.
Oh,
like
we made it. Did we get there?
Oh,
we got there. Oh, wow. Okay,
that was it, man. When
they
give you a one-sentence description, Disney is really cheaping out. There are no writers available.
They're not charging enough. They got to cheap out somewhere.
I don't think that they're cheaping out on the show.
I mean, they definitely tried to minimize Kristen Bell's screen time as much as humanly possible. You can record
scenes.
Yeah.
Do you really want Kristen Bell to film this for 8 weeks? How many episodes this is? It's a week per episode.
I mean, you can only take one of those musicals every day. You're not just rolling through a day of performances.
No, I just mean Kristen Bell every Saturday for a month is going to different performances, different towns.
That's just
every week she's going through and being in all the episodes for her, and that's just not going to happen. She's too busy making movies and other shit.
That is a hustle. But I mean, she's got the Frozen initial money. She's getting that Frozen 2 money.
She was in Frozen?
Oh, yeah. She's Anna. So for those of you who don't know Frozen, obviously it's a cartoon.
Everyone in the world knows who Frozen is.
Well, most people do, but probably the listeners of our podcast.
I'll be honest. I only know that Frozen is some kind of Disney movie that's animated.
Yeah,
and it's
with the Let It Go.
Frozen,
Let It Go.
Land.
Yeah, so it's a
Frozen Let It Go song. That's about it, though.
Yeah, so it's an animated movie. I would guess it's probably the most profitable one. Probably more than Lion King at this point.
I mean, you can internet corner that later.
Yeah, I'll
it's
confirm.
not important.
Anyway, she is.
She's a voice.
There's 2 main stars in the movie. They're sisters, Anna and Elsa. Kristen Bell is the voice of Anna. But the big thing is they're coming out of Frozen 2 in a month or something. And so that's big deal in the Disney Mega Universe.
Is she the good one or the evil one?
So Elsa is the one that has a bad spell. The evil character is actually a prince.
All right. On our podcast about that movie, you can hear us talk about all the minutia of that movie.
What is this in the Frozen
The
segment?
minutia
You didn't know that was coming up?
of Encore.
Last week, you guys learned about like financing and like investing and shit. Now this week, you're learning about
Dun,
Frozen.
Yeah, this was the Frozen Corner brought to you by the Internet Corner.
All right. So we got to talk about Benaya. There's also somebody in this show. He's a high school teacher.
Yeah, Benaya.
Then we got Sarah. She's a security analyst.
What security do you think she analyzes? Very unclear.
Just like an internet, like network security.
No, but they didn't describe. Like, is she a like? Because security could also be like financial securities, like stocks, or security like internet security, or security like physical security.
You know what, Noah? I don't care.
I cared. I was actually
No.
very upset. They didn't describe what type of security.
You
Way
can-
too vague.
You can tweet at her and ask her what her security job is.
That would be a deep internet corner if I could find her.
Yeah. So then we got we got Jaron. He's a warehouse manager, aka Rooster, our boy Roos.
Yo, Rooster, I'm going to say, seems like the most normal kind of guy
Pretty chill.
out of the group so far.
So we got Shebby. Shebby was barely in the show. There's some point where they were like twins. Do you remember this, Brian?
A little bit.
There's like Shebby and Annie. We're twins, and then they weren't in the show.
Oh, they were the
Yeah,
friends that
yeah.
split up? Is that what their deal was? Okay, yeah. So they was best friends in high school. They hung out all the time.
No, that wasn't
And then they never saw each other again.
That was Annie and Katie.
Oh,
who
God
cares?
damn it. There's too many names. Why?
I know.
Move this train along.
Yeah, so Annie and Katie are both stay-at-home moms and were best friends and stopped talking to each other after high school. There you go. And then we've got our boy Jeremy. He's the law enforcement officer.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
got a really nice scene of him getting some water out of water cooler and just walking back to his desk.
My God. And they also, okay, so everybody had like one day under their belts, and then they bring in him, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And his backstory is that he was like automatically put in this class. He don't want to be there. He's not good at it. Why are they giving him the least amount of time to prepare?
Because he's a law enforcement officer, Brian, and he has the Saba story of all. So he needs to be on the show, Brian. The Saba story.
He probably played out well and just like said, no, I'm not doing it unless you give me more money. And then
James, could you tell us the sob story, or do you want me to do it?
I mean, you could tell a sob story, I think.
All right. So Jeremy had cancer in high school, and they told him he couldn't go to school. They told him he couldn't hang out with friends. They told him he couldn't be in drama, but he did all that stuff, and he told us multiple times. And the directors and editors made us watch it multiple times.
All the activities.
He did it,
He did them.
and he lost all his hair, so he couldn't shave all his hair to be this bald guy.
The hair was a thing, though. You know.
Yeah, I know. This is the sobbest of sob stories.
But Chris, so he talked about the millimeter height of his hair and how he was, pretty touched by that. Chris, being a bald person, can you help us understand this part of the world?
He wanted a 3 millimeters.
Yeah,
He
3
didn't
millimeters.
want 30. When you say like a 3, it's usually like a 30. He wanted a 0.3. So
Right.
that's like how my hair feels right now, and I shaved like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It takes it's nothing.
Oh,
to
no,
go from
yeah.
like a 0.3 to like just shaving it, it's like nothing.
I can relate with my beard because on my clippers, I do 2 to 3, which is in millimeters. So I definitely get it, on the feel, but I'm not bald, and so I don't know if for the dome it feels different than the chin.
I think this was more of I don't even know if he had this kind of block in his brain or it was a setup story to be oh, you had cancer. Let's pretend you have this weird hang up about shaving your head.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like that would be the case,
Yeah.
but I don't know how good of an actors they got.
I mean, he had definitely teary red eyes. I mean, they could be selling it, but
I think it's like 90% that he did have this block, but it's
Yeah.
weird
I don't
and
know.
very oddly specific.
I don't know. Like having cancer as a teenager is pretty traumatic. I don't blame him for having like an attachment with having no hair to that. Like
That's fine.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And now that you bring that up, that also like they brought this up in the most subtle way possible. It was just like brought up at like a gathering, like all casual. Like what the hell was that?
It was a weird transition.
Yeah.
I thought they treated it pretty well.
Well, there was a point where, like, after we sufficiently met everyone, they started, like, they're practicing. You got the music in the way, you got the choreography section, then you got, like, the costume, whatever other fucking sections. And then it's like, oh, now we're going to take a breather. We're going to hang out after practice in this weird, I think they're still in the amphitheater, but they just set up, like, weird chairs. And they're just, like, time for sob stories.
No, they went to brewery.
Oh yeah, because they had the fire and everything.
Yeah, they showed the name of the brewery. It's something Beaver Brewery. But they went there, and that's where they
That is
chilled.
minutia. So
It's club night.
I'm going to take a little tour back down memory lane to 10 minutes ago. So on the internet, it's hard to find out the total revenue attributed to a movie, right? Because for Disney, there's like the box office, but that's only going to be a fraction of the money a movie makes.
okay.
But that's the only stat available. By box office, Snow White, adjusted for inflation, top ranking Disney movie. Then would be Lion King, then Frozen.
Which Lion King, to be clear?
That's not well.
There's
The
only one
recent-
animated one.
Animated or the live action?
The animated one, James.
all right. All right.
Make sure.
All right.
We're talking about animated movie
All right.
rankings.
Let it go, guys. Let it go.
Oh!
And that
right.
was the Disney segment commercial brought to you by Disney Plus,
So
the terrible streaming service that gives you an option of 4 shows.
Not a
And they're
sponsor.
all terrible.
We'll get into that, James. We're just talking
Oh
about
my
Encore.
god! When are we gonna get to it?
When we get done with Encore.
How is the service a thing?
Let's get back on the rails.
Yeah. So we got Jamie is the last person that
With
I
2
have written
eyes.
down with 2 eyes. Which, when you said that, James, initially, I thought that was Jamii. And I
Oh.
thought that was real weird.
Sure.
But it's not. It's Jaimie.
There you go.
Which is odd, but not like as odd as I was thinking.
Stood out to me.
Yeah, but I went in a really crazy direction. So
Like no, when
My
I hear
Can't help where
imagination
your
took me
mind
the wrong
wanders.
direction.
When
It'll
I
go
hear-
wherever it's gonna go, man. I can't stop you.
when you hear like something is spelled with like 2 eyes, you're usually thinking about like just at the end.
What are you
I'm
thinking about?
definitely thinking about I. Like
Yeah.
like a double I is I. Not there's
Not
2
just-
eyes
I
in that
never
word.
specified any more
No.
specifics than that's interesting. There's 2 eyes. Like I don't know what you're not getting here.
You're technically right. Nobody fucking expected that.
All right.
They spelled her name on the TV screen.
This was also
Yeah, but we didn't see it.
I can't help. The show was so bad. You guys were distracted by your phones and the internet.
that's true.
Like you can't be mad at me
this-
because you didn't read the name on the screen with
This
2 eyes.
is-
Yes, I can.
This is also the prom queen that was also in a relationship with Jeremy during high school.
The guy that has a bald hair and used to have cancer.
Yeah.
So
Just-
Jamie and Jeremy,
Just as a reminder of 10 minutes ago.
a little ditty about Jeremy and Jamie.
Yeah. So then Miss D.
Man, they really should have had Jay-Z come out for the performance.
All right, Miss D
That would have been way better. Just saying.
was the drama teacher for them in high school that they gave a part in the show to, which I thought that was kind of fun. That was definitely a wrinkle I was definitely not expecting.
She had a lot of wrinkles, but it was fun.
Inappropriate.
Ouch.
That was very appropriate.
That was an unnecessary
Inappropriate.
burn. Not approved burn.
Very appropriate. You guys are
Tweet at Noah Singer. Tell him how his joke went.
That it's not even a joke.
Is it a joke?
No.
No.
Okay. The tweet.
She's
I
an
know
It was
Singing
older
was
nothing.
person.
Okay.
She's an old. No, I'm digging a hole deeper. She's an older person that lives in the southern part of the United States where there's a lot of sun. So guess what? It's like the old leathery skin that has wrinkles. That's not a diss. I dream about that life when I'm 60 and 70. I wish I look as good as her when I'm that old. Damn straight I'll have wrinkles.
All right. Somebody write that on Noah's tombstone. Somebody write that down.
It's a long tombstone. Very long tombstone.
All right. So then we got the 3 professionals to come help them out. We got Marcia Dodge, which is the director of the musical. We got Adam.
Adam.
He's the sound guy.
The
Sound guy.
he plays the piano and does the music.
Well, he's like, I don't know what the fuck they called it at the show, so I didn't write that down.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot.
He's
what
the
his
one
title
that
was.
helps them sing, essentially.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not like.
Was there any specifics of their professional? Like,
Yeah,
were
yeah.
they like performers? Like, what was their background? Like,
They
what's
didn't go
their-
into that, but so the main woman's a director.
Okay,
Then
like
the guy.
on, like in Broadway or someplace that's like what's the
they
what
didn't
kind
go
of bar
over
are we
it,
talking?
so it's probably not important.
It's probably not very high then.
You assume Broadway?
No, if they don't say Broadway director, they're not a Broadway director, right?
Where-
Like if they were, they would say.
They did say Marcia did some sort of Annie productions, so like whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Like
I don't
like middle school or what are we talking?
like. I don't know. That's what they said.
Could be like a touring production, right? I mean, that's still pretty high. But yeah, so they had a choreographer, music guy, and a director.
Melinda, the choreographer.
Melinda.
Look, I don't have a lot written down for the show. I just wrote down people's names.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the people's names.
It was kind of funny. The music guy and the choreographer, they definitely have faces made for TV. And like they look like they could like be on TV. Everyone else is just normal people. And it's so funny you have normal people compared to people who are like good looking. It's like, oh man, they're really good looking. Everyone else is really normal.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, really? They were both very good looking.
I know that every time we would hear the one person's voice, she could not sing for her fucking life.
Jamie.
And like every time they would just roll their eyes like, oh, this is going real well.
Yeah.
Like they did not appreciate the level of talent that they were dealing with for sure.
But although Annie, who plays Annie, which is horribly confusing, actually has an amazing voice. She was very good.
Yeah. I mean, she was the one that actually went to perform after high school too. So like,
Well, she attempted. She moved to New York.
yeah. She said she performed. She did not say Broadway. So I'm not.
No.
She was just in off-Broadway plays in New York, which,
That's
that's not the easiest. It's still not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, I performed in New York on Broadway.
All right. Were you the baby?
No, I was in a band in New York, and during Christmas, there was guys in my band. This is a wind symphony. There were guys in it who, during Christmas, they like to go to Times Square and put a hat out, and we played Christmas songs. And so, literally, I played Christmas carols on Broadway.
Man, we're learning a lot
So you
about.
played on
Yeah.
the streets of Broadway,
Yes.
not in like a Broadway.
How much
Theater?
money did you make?
No, I did not play in a Broadway
I
theater.
don't think that's like the same. I don't think you can make.
Hold
the
on,
same
hold
claim.
on. Ignore him. How much money did you make?
We did it for like, I think it was like 2 to 3 hours, maybe tops. We made like $40 and we went out for beers, and so we covered the beers. It was great. Like, it was during Christmas. People loved that we were playing like Christmas music. It was, I had my trumpet. I forgot what the other guys played, but it was definitely a little diverse. People came around. They got hip with it. There were some high school kids that were assholes, but that lasted only for a minute, and then it was pretty good.
We're learning a lot about Noah on this podcast.
Spreading the Christmas cheer.
You don't get to be Gramps without some stories.
You were on a reality show. You're like playing
Audition for a reality show.
audition for a reality show.
Played on the streets of Broadway.
The
Streets of Broadway.
Which, by the way, is just like saying Jamie is spelled with 2 eyes.
Oh, I am intentionally saying like play it on Broadway in quotes. You know.
Yeah, well, no one could see the quotes. Though.
Well, that's the beauty of a podcast.
the beauty.
That's not like you can't cover yourself that way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
All right, so going back to the show, which we're clearly really interested in talking about.
Yeah. So Frozen. Why is Elsa? Is it what? So
We're not going back to Frozen.
Kristen Bell
Not-
plays Anna.
so she's Anna, but she's kind of bad,
Okay,
but kind of
okay.
good.
No. So Anna is pure good. Anna's pure good. Elsa is also good, but her character arc is she has powers to turn things into ice.
Right.
It's
Well,
frozen.
don't spoil Elsa
And-
for little kids listening to our podcast.
yeah. All of them listen to our podcast. And so she becomes embarrassed of her like power.
Right.
And so she becomes bad because she shuns everyone and like actively turns them away because she's embarrassed. But she's not actually a bad character.
Okay.
Like the
We're going. I feel like this is a really deep cut at what the character.
no, this is what Frozen is. Like this is the
Look,
story. The
look,
bad character.
You wanted this, James.
Yeah.
You
I
can't.
didn't want the
just say
deep
you
cut.
wanted it.
so
I've lost
the
interest.
bad character is it's Prince something.
What's
It's-
on the next channel?
Okay.
I forgot his
All
name.
right. So
Chris,
let's
just
get back
change
to
the
the show.
channel.
It's a
Chris.
very good movie. You guys should watch it.
All right.
I really need you to like cut that entire segment out and just be like, Noah talked about Frozen for 30 minutes.
Fast forward in time. We're back.
30 minutes later.
All right. So while we're watching this, we're in this like they're out at this bar. We'll go back to this bar scene. James says, "Oh, I really like watching a high school reunion in high def." Cuz like as we're watching the show, they're shooting this thing on some sort of camera, which we think is an iPhone. Some people have, differing opinions.
It's not an iPhone.
It's something,
It
man.
looks
Like they can't.
it looks
it's
like it's shot on an
terrible.
iPhone. So like
Terrible. It's
just-
all of the worst angles imaginable.
so it is all like looking up at people's chins, like right at people's like
terrible lighting.
it's just really shot very poorly. Like of all the reality shows, it's really shot for weird reasons. Just like the camera angles are weird. The
How many
shots
times
they
was there a
choose to
shot
show us.
of like a double shoulder and then a reflection off a mirror and then you see someone's face? Like, why do we need to have that shot 18 times? Like the
there's
show's
a-
only 40 minutes. We don't need 18 camera like off of a mirror shots. We just don't need that many.
There's
Maybe one.
There's also a lot of shots where you see the light. Like there's a lot of just like you're watching Star Trek 2009 in this reality show for no reason.
It's no good.
Yeah. So you get all these, and it's in high def,
And it's like a little wiggly. It's like it's not stable.
yeah, it's
And like
definitely
it's not
somebody
like wiggly
holding this
intentional. It just feels low rent.
thing. As like Noah also mentioned, these are normal people. They're not Hollywood like level pretty. They're not getting Hollywood level like makeup. So it's like weird to watch the show in HDR and high def.
With like ridiculously close-ups.
Yeah.
Like their screen was like their face was huge.
Like we could see pores. Like
It's
I
too
don't need
much.
to see anyone's pores.
I actually enjoyed it, but the way I think through this is they need the production crew who does like those home makeover shows. Like the shows on ABC where they go after the normal family and it's like, we're here and we're doing shit. Like they need those people to come into this and take over the cameras.
Well, they needed to Disneyfy it, not ABCify it.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Some deep makeup on everybody to make them look
Ask,
like
ask Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mr.
What is
Iger.
the target age for this show?
I think it's us.
Really?
I think it's
30-year-old
100%.
techies?
I don't
No,
think
not
so.
techies. He said what age? It's like people past high school reminiscing about being in their high school drama. That's the target audience. 100%.
I'm with James. I actually find the target audience for the show to be a bit confusing.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're going for.
Yeah, like you
Like,
would
'cause
think it. Yeah.
Like the timeline makes sense what you're saying, but the way that they like present it doesn't feel like that at all. And I don't know what they're going for. It feels confused.
I think they're going for like anybody that's like graduated, because then like you like remember that stuff. It's like, oh yeah, there's high school or like there's college, and so like you're trading those memories like for everything. Or maybe like a parent is like, oh, that my kid performed in a musical. Like you're also thinking about that.
I think it's okay. Take a step back. This is Disney. Every single thing that they will ever do is trying to be a 4-quadrant show. Everything.
And like, but I think that's the problem.
No, it's certainly
Is because
a problem.
they don't present anything for any one of those audiences very well. So it just ends up being kind of a platter smattering of like
I think
kind of whatever neutral ground.
were any of you in your High School Musical?
No.
In the pit orchestra.
Why would that be
Pit
a
life.
no? Like a disgust? No.
No.
Like that's very weird
No.
tone and face you got going there, James. But I
Well,
think
he
if you
wasn't a nerd.
were, I think this would be way more appealing show.
I don't. I'm going to side a little more with James on this. That the concept I think is actually pretty cool. I think the way they chose to execute, not being a little more vulgar and a little more like adult. You don't need to curse, but the show could be more adult oriented, and you have a better target market. Where they try to make it like a family show, and if you got kids, they ain't watching this. They're like,
No.
put on some Frozen.
They're like,
Put
this
on
is
something else.
Very boring.
I
This
don't
is
think
terrible,
the kids
yeah.
get to choose.
Oh, you don't know kids.
Depends on the age of the kid.
Oh, the adults are going to choose what's going on the TV?
I don't know. I like
That
this
guy.
Is very,
Yeah.
I see what you guys are saying, and I agree the show is bad. So I don't know how to fix it, but I'm not sure adding cursing or other
I'm not
things to
even
this
saying,
thing
like,
is
they
going to
just
make
not-
it any
yeah.
better.
know what age market they're going for.
Yeah.
It's not like
They don't
age
need
shows
to.
have to be vulgar
It is
or
a
explicit.
family show. It is a show to put on with your kids, whether they're going to like it or not. We're watching Encore.
But that's the thing. Is like I don't think there's anything like kids aren't going to get drawn to this.
You don't know that.
I don't think like
You're
we're
not
very
a
drawn
kid.
to it.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe at best there's like some parents or something that like if maybe they were into musicals or something like that. But
Like the
I
only
still think they're
yeah,
forcing to get through it.
the only markets I could see for this, and again, I feel like I'm stretching. It's a family that has kids in high school, but like so you're that, and then a multi-generational family that's watching TV at the same time,
I don't know, guys. I really
right? Like I'm like,
I don't know. I struggle with even that. Like
right?
what high school kids watching this?
But no, but it's like
This is so tame
it's high
and
school
lame.
kids watching it with their parents. So let's say like
Right,
everyone
like-
gets around. They're like, "What are we gonna watch?" Like it fits, but even that, like I'm stretching.
You guys are
you know?
saying the same thing over and over again. We're moving on. But I really, the thing I actually did like is when they were at the bar sitting by the fire and they were like just hanging out, telling like high school stories. It was like for like a couple minutes there, I enjoyed it. There's definitely like, you can't have a whole show around that, which is why they don't. But they have this show around like them recreating this whole thing is just boring because I didn't do that. So I feel like it would be more interesting if I did do that.
I think you could have actually a very entertaining reality show about people bringing up high school memories and
Really? I
going
don't know. Like
deep
I
down.
just don't care because like I don't know these people. I have no reason to care. Like so I just don't find their dumb, cheesy, like lame high school stories any interesting.
Well, the only reason I think you can do that is people mature, they're able to reflect, and so I think in a lot of if you were to make that a show,
sure.
you would see a lot of growth and vulnerability in people in a very short period of time, which makes for entertaining content.
I think it would have to be
Sure,
adult,
but I don't think the
it would have to
stories-
be adult oriented stories. It's not going to be like, yeah, we did this High School Musical. It was really bad. Like that's
No,
not the story
yeah.
you're going to get. It's like, yeah, remember that time we banged under the bleachers and we almost got caught. Like stories like that, I feel would be like you could maybe make a short show around that, but not like
no. You have entertaining stories like that. Because people make pretty poor decisions as a teenager.
yeah.
Right? They don't have the conscious like the.
They didn't really
ability.
do like that many stories in here. Like they definitely mentioned like, oh, the two best friends, they just had like a fight and they just like
Right.
stopped talking to each other. Like you could definitely go into like what that fight actually was, and you'd care way more about that relationship than like you do today.
Get them on MTV Ghosted.
There you go.
Call back.
Yeah, but no, but that's what I'm saying. Like I know there's a tangent, but you could have, I think, a very good show of people just reminiscing about high school. Then you just break them down, and you get people to cry because they're so sorry
You know
for
who's
doing
perfect
shitty
for
things
this
in high
job?
school.
Mark L. Wahlberg.
Ooh.
You'd be-
What if you were tempted by
so
all your
good,
high
guys.
school crushes on Temptation Island?
They're definitely still not good looking.
I am aware. All right. Does anyone have any other minutia for this show?
No.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Temptation Island.
We're not
Not
talking.
yet. Damn it. Okay.
So, I really like. Well, I don't know if I like, but I find it funny. So Disney Plus has been on a tear, right? Like Disney Corp is betting big on Disney Plus. CEO has made that very clear, and they're putting
Yeah,
up.
they've been pimping it out all over ESPN all week. I'm getting sick of hearing about it.
Right, no, like that is intentional. And Encore is one of their anchor shows that they're really pimping hard on it. And they say, like, Kristen Bell, big show, Disney Plus. Kristen Bell has 3 minutes of the show in Disney Plus.
Hey, it's more than we had for that basketball show we watched with
Cleveland Hustle.
Cleveland
starring
Hustle.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. All
Asterisk,
LeBron did.
Not very much in the show
all he
at
did
all.
was the fake intro where he was like, "This is Cleveland Hustle," blah blah blah.
What nearly happened here with Kristen Bell?
We definitely had a thing where like, is Kristen Bell coming back to this or not?
Yeah.
And they were odd. There were good odds that she was not.
No, but to be fair, an MSNBC random financial show, sure. To be an anchor of a company bet and to kind of do a bait and switch, like
Is this a bait and switch? She's on the show.
it's
She
a
is-
bait and
oh,
it's a bait and like
barely.
so.
What
so
do you
we,
want Kristen Bell to do?
So let's compare, right? Disney has been anchoring a couple shows. The other one, Jeff Goldblum show. Jeff Goldblum is in every minute of that show. Kristen Bell is.
But that's
In
a
and
different
out.
show. This is Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum.
I get it.
This is not called like what's her name's Encore. This
Kristen
is
Bell-
Kristen Bell's Encore. It's just Encore.
Yeah, but Kristen Bell's an attraction. Right? You watching it because she's so entertaining, so
It gets
charming.
you to hit play the first time. It doesn't
And-
get you to hit play the
but
second
they're setting the
time.
expectation too high, and that's why I think they're bringing it to market incorrectly, which is why I'm bringing it up here.
I mean,
It's definitely a bait and switch.
I don't know. Like,
She's in maybe a sixth or a seventh of the show.
But this
total.
happens
it's a
on
15-minute
every
show.
show.
She's in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this happens on every show. Not every. Well, like a good portion of shows will be starring the host. And the host is on 3 minutes of that show.
No, I disagree because the host is usually interacting with the contestants.
Depends on the show.
Yeah, but then
It's like how much was the Rock in that like last Rock show we watched?
the Gladiator
Yeah,
thing.
they're 3 minutes.
That was a bait and switch.
But
But he was in a whole bunch of The Hero.
Yeah, I know, but like there, this is expectations
it's not
have
the
been
person's
set.
fault. It's the show's fault. Or
So
like
when you
whatever.
have expectations are set, if you have an A-list celebrity on your reality show, they're not going to be in the whole show. That's just expectations have been set. Like
Yeah.
name another A-list celebrity that's in the whole show other than Jeff Goldblum's not reality show,
He's
which
not
we're going to
A-list.
get
He's
into
definitely not
after
A-list.
ratings.
Yeah, I think the larger thing is A-list celebrities will rarely do a reality show, right? Because almost by definition, if you're A-list, you
You don't do TV, firstly.
Well, you got The Rock and you got Kristen Bell.
Right,
do you have anyone else to?
Definitely the outlier, but even The Rock, the one that he was barely in, that was like American Ninja Warrior thing, right? And so it's like when the host could interact, he did.
No, I know, but it's like I was watching that show. Well, if you're watching for The Rock, you're going to be disappointed. Just like if you're watching the show for Kristen Bell, you're going to.
But
be
I want to push back
disappointed.
on your argument that Kristen Bell. Let's say Kristen Bell was really committed to the show. She could have been there all 5 days. She could have been at the bar with them. She could have been like critiquing them on their performances because she's a very good performer. Like she wasn't there.
Let's take this that she does that, and then you watch the shitty performance of Annie because these people are not professional actors. They cannot sing.
That's
they
okay.
Don't dance, so it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Then Kristen Bell gets put into like, oh, now I directed this awful musical.
No, she doesn't have to be a director.
Right.
She can just interact a little bit more.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's the same formula as Temptation Island with
all
Mark
right,
L.
all
Wahlberg.
right.
That's all it is. He pops in and out once in a while, asks how people are feeling. Don't you feel like shit? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
Mark L. Wahlberg,
That's
the
all he
A-list
does.
celebrity. We just went over this.
I'm just saying, it's not that hard to do that. They didn't do that.
All right. Are we good with ratings? Noah, do you have anything else you want to bring up?
Nah, it's okay.
That's okay.
You can do it.
It's okay if you want to. All right, Brian, give me a rating.
Bottom third, bottom of the bottom.
Bottom of the bottom. Oh.
Whoa.
That's harsh, dude.
Man, there's
For somebody in high school that was in band, like
I think you're
know.
going to say for someone that was in high school.
for someone that's in high school, this does not appeal to you at all.
no, like it's just okay. First off, they introduced too many people, so I immediately lost focus. then they brought up like all these crazy stories, and they come out of nowhere, and the shaky camera, and the best. Like, the only redeeming thing was the pit orchestra about that final performance.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Oh my god,
That was the best part.
Granted, like everybody improved on that, but we don't really need to get into it. Like,
That's fair. We didn't really go into too much minutia about the show. James, what do you got?
Man, here's the thing. I wasn't thinking it would go that low, but I have to agree with everything Brian just said. And like the show is not very good. I wouldn't want to watch it any more of it, or this again, or recommend anybody else watch it. Really, for that matter, it is a bait and switch with Kristen Bell, and it's like you kind of sum that up, and like even what little bits of good maybe are sprinkled in, it just all the bad just outweighs it, and so it's bottom of the bottom barrel.
That's well, I do agree with you. It's the bottom third, but I don't agree with that. There's no value to the show. I think that people can find value. It might not. It's clearly not the 4 people in this room, but I promise you they're out there. So like it's. I
So
agree.
you're bringing in the people's vote, and like
Yeah, tweet at Noah Singer.
At me.
Or at Who Put This On. Let us know if you like the show, because I honestly think that some people will like this show. I didn't like it mainly because I couldn't. I was in drama, so like I feel like I'm not connecting well with these people but I feel like if I did, I would love this show. If I did an Annie performance, I can't imagine not liking the show. So like I think there is a target audience, but that might be small. How many people were in drama and how many people did Annie? But each episode will probably be a different musical, so you'll get your musical.
oh, I hope it's Annie all season long.
That'd be good.
All right, Noah, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I'm conflicted, but I think only because of Kristen Bell, because I'm such a fan of the Bell Shepherd universe of things.
don't forget she bait and switched you.
Well,
Is
that-
3 minutes?
That's the thing. It's clearly a bottom. Like, where I'm conflicted is it top of the bottom or middle of the bottom? I can't put it at bottom of the bottom because there were some redeeming qualities about it.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell's 2 minutes of the show. In that, like, I actually did like the camera work.
What?
Yeah, I know you guys are shitting on it, but I like that every part of the show is meant to be unvarnished. It's meant to be raw, meant to be, these are normal ass people that do not look great, not to offend them. So yeah, I think I'm going to put it at middle of the bottom because it just isn't that great. But they can have an opportunity to improve. But yeah, it's not next territory.
MTV's Next Bus. I
All
got
right.
news for you. Roll the next show, but for the love of God, not on Disney Plus, because I can't handle any more of these
We gotta go
terrible
over.
selection. That this is my first time seeing some of what's on this thing. For the audience's pleasure here. And Chris, we had a little time before this, and you started rolling some stuff, some of these 6-minute shorts, and they're all terrible. Why are they so bad?
So there's 12 originals
Original
on here right now,
pieces of
and
garbage.
we've seen 4.3 of these. So James and I watched what they called Pixar in real life. The show was garbage.
Oh, really? It looks so good. The thumbnail
was
looks
No,
good.
that's how they
so
get
bad.
you. All the thumbnails look great. Then you play the show and it's horrendous.
so bad.
So to describe the
It
thumbnail,
was literally this show is 5.5 minutes long exactly, and we were counting down the seconds till it was over. 'Cause
So
it was horrible.
wait,
so
hold,
bad.
let me introduce
me-
because
let-
I don't understand. The thumbnail shows Wally
yeah,
standing next to a very cute little pug type
like
dog.
the Men in Black pug dog.
Yeah, like super cute dog, and Wally's like little cute and not sure.
And then you click into it, and it's another Wally screen
Yeah.
in New York City.
crossing Times Square. Wally
Right.
looks adorable and unsure of where he's going in life.
And then you play it, and it's not this at all.
So let's
It's-
read the
Oh.
description here for people. Characters and moments from Pixar films are brought to life to the surprise of real people. So what happened in the episode we saw was
It's a Disney
they were
prank show.
oh no!
they were in some park in New York City, and they got this like console from Inside Out where you could change the emotions, like in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
If no, you want to get into the plot of Inside Out, we can do that later.
Don't tee him up. He'll do it. It's a 15-minute segment.
We'll do that later. So people would like play with the console, and then they had two actors act out like you were actually pressing the buttons.
That's fun.
Yeah,
You
not
would thi-
fun.
it was
Noah.
just
Not
horrible to
fun.
watch.
Wrong, wrong, Noah.
Oh no!
I feel like that works so well on like a pitch on me saying that to you level, but on a I'm gonna sit there and watch idiots press buttons and terrible actors acting out stupid emotions over stupid things for 5 minutes.
Right, because it's all improv.
just-
so like
Sure.
it's just nothing.
It's
happening.
nothing. It is 100% boring, 100% worse than Encore.
They should delete
like,
this.
this is-
like this needs to go away forever.
Like this is one of the 12 things launching.
Black hole. Put it in a black hole.
Awful.
Delete.
Then
Man.
we
I
watched.
will admit that bait and switch sucked. That they were like, "Hey, you're getting Wally." Nope,
Yeah.
psych, Inside Out.
Everything
it.
is a bait and switch with like what you can't even like you should turn off thumbnails and go text only. Like that's what this should be.
So then we tried to watch the show called Family Sundays, which is Amber Kemp. I don't know who that is.
Crystal. Yeah. No.
Shares her love,
Oh yeah, this wonderful
love
gem.
of crafting in a series of Disney-themed DIY projects.
Okay. DIY, let's be very clear here. This is a kindergarten project.
I don't know. Like
This is
you needed
they
a
brought
lot of
a child
ingredients.
on to do this, Chris.
You need
and
a
this
lot of
is-
ingredients to do
This
this.
is
thing.
again, we are not the right target audience for this. This is made for kindergarten and first grades.
I mean,
know
it
we-
says Family Sundays.
No, it is definitely for like 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds.
That child looks very young.
Yeah, that's like if you're a kid, maybe watch it.
It's
Otherwise,
like a
forget about
YouTube
it.
video on like crafting.
Okay,
That
you know what
makes
this
sense.
app
That's about
needs
it.
is like you need to tell it how old you are so you can get age appropriate content.
It is not great. It's one of their 12.
I am a little underwhelmed by the interface. Like it's
Oh.
just very generic,
Yeah,
like kind of
just a
Apple
bunch of
TV
tiles.
looking.
You know
Yeah.
what? You know what I like about it is I can scroll over something and it doesn't blare the trailer at me.
I mean that's
yeah,
nice.
I hate that shit. Fucking Netflix.
Then there's a what? Ask Spoony something.
Forky.
Spoony.
Forky.
Like Spoony.
No, it's spork.
I
It
know.
really
Both of
low.
you are wrong.
really-
It's a spork.
But no,
Yeah.
his name's Forky.
Yeah, but it's clearly a spork.
Yeah,
look
from-
at him.
It's yes. yeah,
So,
I understand.
Of the 12 things, one of them is a 3-minute short, not even a season. This is a 3-minute short about
The Toy Story
Forky
people.
asking like a question
Ham.
about money.
Ham. And what's actually
Is
deceiving?
this one good? I think I didn't. I missed
No,
It
it's
was-
it's not good. What's deceiving about it? It says it's a 3-minute short. Minute 1 is introduction. Minute 3 is the credits. So it's actually like a minute
Yeah.
of content of Forky asking Ham, the piggy bank from Toy Story 4, or I guess all the Toy Stories. And basically, Ham just says, "Yes, money is what you buy things with," and that's the end of the show.
one. Wow.
It was really bad.
It's really bad.
They're 0 for 3.
We did watch the trailer for Marvel Hero Project.
Yeah. Oh,
How'd you feel about that one?
I literally couldn't do it. Like the options were Hero Project or Encore. I'm like, Encore looks like it's infinitely better than Hero Project. Hero Project is celebrate the inspiring efforts of young real life heroes as they join Marvel's Hero Project. Is the description.
Why can Disney not write more than a sentence for any of these shows?
It must have been some sort of like down top thing. Like we're gonna have a sentence for these things, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you can read it on your phone, I guess, is usually why they're so short.
Definitely makes it easier to put in different media.
Yeah. So it is like some guy that's really good or like wants to play football but can't, but perseveres and plays football or something. Like it's like child stories like that.
It's kind of like kids overcoming some obstacle or adversity in their life or something, and it's supposed to. It seems like it's going to be a bunch of heartwarming stories, and
It is an NBC.
and I think Marvel like does comic books for them and like something.
That seems amazing.
It
Couldn't do it.
It does. It just doesn't look like it's very entertaining to watch or like enjoyable. But like the stories seem like they'd be.
I don't know. I
like,
feel like I want to
good
judge
stories.
these. I want to judge
But-
these stories too much about these kids and calling them heroes. Like I don't. I don't know. It rubs me a little wrong.
To flip it, if you're an 8-year-old, is this entertaining?
Probably. Maybe feel bad that like, hey, that guy that like doesn't have an arm or for some reason and is like best at I don't know tennis or something.
Again,
you're like you're not.
I need to have the age rating. See, like this one, it says rated TVG, but like I need to know who the target age is.
It's
And I
for
feel
the
like this
family.
app
Do you see it
needs to,
says
like-
family right there? in the app.
Family docuseries.
This is family. Yeah. This is if you go home and you're sitting with your whole, 3 generations. This is the kind of stuff you put on.
And then everyone's on their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one's actually
no one
paying
wants to
attention.
watch this though.
Yeah. So
We did watch the trailer for Jeff Goldblum.
So we actually started watching.
Yeah,
So
That looks pretty good.
the world according to Jeff Goldblum. We were unclear how much of a documentary or how much of a reality show this is, which was in the app. It says docuseries. So what the fuck does that mean?
Documentary series.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
man, for a podcast about reality TV shows,
We've done
How do you not know
docuseries
this?
before. Some of them are more reality show than others.
But there were none that you liked.
No. Well, that's maybe not true. I did not like this show, to be honest. We watched the first 5 minutes, and we sped around a little bit to see what was going on.
I thought it looked entertaining.
it looked okay.
I just don't think
It was about sneakers.
that Jeff Goldblum is funny enough to have 30 consecutive minutes with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
think that he's fine in short bursts where he can be like wacky, crazy Jeff Goldblum, and then we can go back to regular life.
And then you need Will Smith to come in and save the day.
Yeah, like he's great in the league, but like he's not on the screen for 20 minutes.
Question: are they not releasing the whole series or the whole season at once?
No, they're doing weekly.
Yeah.
There's one episode.
That's like the new thing, man. Come on, keep up.
Sneakers.
You know about
Oh
this?
my god!
I just really could care less about sneakers, which was episode 1. So maybe the topic I actually might care about, like I might be more invested in, I was completely out. I could care less.
Man, I can't believe Disney's not putting out the season at once. That's a terrible decision.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I
like
think
Leaf.
you're wrong on that one.
No.
Noah, not like. I think I'm backing with Chris, which is, I feel like this is what the people kind of want. They want to like have something to watch every week.
You got to
won't-
get people hooked on the subscription out the gate.
Oh, I do believe that. Like, because I'm looking at this like, man, we clicked all these things. There's nothing here to watch. Why am I paying the $6 or $7?
Exactly, like because let's say as we're going through, and let's just say Jeff Goldblum show is the only show that's good,
And
you're
you
like,
watch that,
"Oh,
now you're done.
I'm just gonna cancel it. I'll wait till the season's out. Maybe buy it for a month then.
I don't know. People will be like right now, the people that should be subscribed to this, people that want to watch old Disney movies and Star Wars fans. The Mandalorian, people want to Star Wars fans are going to want to watch it. So
Yeah.
those are the people that should be subscribed.
There also looks to be this other show called Noelle with
I
that
think it's a movie.
cute spunky girl in Pitch Perfect. What's her name?
It's a movie.
Anna Kendrick. Yeah, Anna Kendrick. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas rom-com, I'm sure. No,
Family
it's not a
comedy.
rom-com.
It's a fan-com, a fantasy comedy.
Well, so I assume too they have like every Disney movie, right?
Damn, I don't think it has every Disney movie.
Really?
No?
Like they don't
I
have
thought-
every Marvel,
Like they
every
don't
Disney.
have
Like
no, they don't have the stuff on
What do you
Netflix still.
What do you mean? I thought that was the intent of it.
They don't have the Avengers yet because they have that deal with Netflix still.
It says Avengers Endgame. We're staring at it.
They
Yeah.
don't have the other Avengers games.
They don't?
They don't
Oh.
have the one before this
Infinity War.
one. No.
Oh, because Infinity War is on Netflix,
Yeah, Infinity War's on Netflix.
so they have an exclusive Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix has a couple exclusives still.
Oh, so they just need those contracts, and then yeah.
They'll get on, I think,
Like in a
mid
year or
next
so?
year or something.
Yeah.
There's also like Song of the South. It's not on here.
Which one?
The Song of
Yeah.
the South.
Well, you know,
Oh, the racist
So-
movie?
Yeah,
Why would they put that on here?
I don't know. They did have a whole bunch of stuff that like from my childhood that I was interested in rewatching at some point, like Recess.
They have that?
They have Recess.
Oh, that's cool.
They have
man,
that.
I don't know. I always feel like I like the idea of rewatching some of those, and I feel like anytime you try to do it, it never really holds up, and you're always left a little disappointed.
Spinelli's not going to hold up at this age.
So there's a couple shows that I have watched that have held up. Rocko's Modern Life, I still find really funny.
Okay.
Also, the X-Men animated series from the early '90s,
Oh.
and the Spider-Man one from the same time frame. I really enjoyed.
Is Pepper Ann on here? I used to like that as a kid. It came
Pepper-
on after recess.
But those two Spider-Man and X-Men shows are also.
I mean, I'm seeing a good road down there, whatever that bottom row is with like Aladdin.
Right.
What is
was
the
that
show
row?
you're looking
Why,
for?
why'd you
Pepper
go off
Ann?
the good screen?
Hold on, I'm searching for Pepper, dude. Give me-
Pepper Ann.
Pepper?
Ann.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Pepper Ann.
There is a
she's
lot
like
of Disney
one.
content on here, guys. If you're like sure there's
you're
like a
deep.
ton of stuff. I'm
I
assuming-
do think
Harry.
they need the age filter or target thing though.
I don't see.
They
a
don't got Pepper Ann. Shame.
I hit.
What is
space.
girl versus monster?
Doesn't matter.
It's a girl.
Hey, there's Infinity War,
They don't have it though.
but there's a tile for it. Is it
What
on
has
the
you
bait
click
switch?
on it?
I don't know. That's what I read earlier today.
Click
Maybe-
it.
I don't want to watch Infinity.
We'll just see if it plays. Well, this is breaking news. No, you can
play
only
trailer.
play trailer. Coming soon to Disney Plus
Yes.
due to existing other agreements.
I do love the transparency they had in the title.
That was great. It's
That
like,
was really good.
hey, we don't have this now, but it's coming. Like, you know.
And they gave an exact date. Like, kudos to Disney to thinking through that and putting that in there.
And then now
Oh,
Chris
I
has turned it
turned
off
I turned it off.
because
I turned it off.
Well,
There's
was that
nothing else
the
to
TV
talk
show?
about.
That was
I-
the TV
no,
show
no.
there.
I do have one more thing about Disney Plus. The Plus is not straight. The Plus is like curved a little bit, but it's curved just annoyingly so. We have to look twice at it and be like, "Why is this curved?"
doesn't matter.
Do
We
you have
gotta
to
move on.
enunciate it differently?
I don't know.
Are we
I
done?
don't know what to do with it. I just don't know why it's curved.
cut the
All right,
cords.
all right, James. I got some news for you, buddy.
Oh
This
shit!
is a big week for you.
Big week.
Is
Yeah.
this the news?
This is the news.
Oh man.
Floribama Shore back on TV tomorrow.
Wait, real talk tomorrow?
Thursday.
Oh man, where's the party? We gotta go get some dollar beers.
Where are we getting dollar beers at?
I don't know, not here.
Are we going back to Blaine? Are we driving back to Blaine?
I need to go back there.
We might have to find some
Man,
dollar
that's
beers
great.
there.
Are all the original cast returning?
I have no idea. From the commercials, I saw everyone
Okay.
except for what's that guy that left the show last season? I didn't see him in the.
What do you mean left the show?
He left the show to be on the challenge.
Oh, Gus?
Gus. I didn't see Gus, but I don't know. He could be.
Got it. That'll be exciting. Got
So,
all the.
They're also not at
suspects.
PCB this year.
They're not in the PCB. Where could they be?
Where are they?
They're at like some beach called starts with an S. I don't know. We'll have to come back to you on that one because
All
they
right,
were
we'll
just
have to
like
get an update.
we're at SCB and I'm like I don't fucking know where that is. Just like I didn't know where the PCB was either. So like it's gonna take.
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Have we cut Noah's mic yet? We gotta cut his mic one of these
Oh,
days.
you got the mute button over there.
Ah.
You got it.
But yeah, all right, Floribama Shore, very exciting. That's great news. I had not been following closely.
Well, do you not watch the challenge every week?
I have been. I feel like I slept through the last episode because I was really tired.
But like every commercial break has a commercial.
Oh,
for
I
Floribama
definitely
Shore.
fast forward through the commercials.
But like
You
even
can't
it's
watch
going-
MTV commercials, dude. If you watch MTV commercials, they have spoilers for the show you're currently watching in the commercials.
The worst.
It's a disaster.
So I agree. I also
I mute
fast.
the TV. I fast forward. You got to get it. And also, like, you can't look at like the what's coming up. Like, as soon as you see that shit, you got to hit fast forward.
So I definitely fast forward.
Right.
But you still see glimpses of.
No,
the
I'm not
commercials.
looking.
Well, at least when I do it, I only fast forward 30 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Comcast.
You're a chump.
Man, I get shitty commercials when I watch it through MTV's site. This sucks.
Oh, those commercials are unwatchable. That's
Yeah.
a whole nother problem.
Go
with
get a
MTV.
drink, like-
Don't get me started on that one.
You don't get Floribama Shore commercials?
No.
Oh, they should definitely not pimping their own shows on their website.
I don't know what happened, man.
Who knows what they're
No,
doing?
definitely not. It's all plugged into ad networks and all that bullshit.
All right, so yeah, the challenge. I honestly don't like this season. I could give two fucks about who's on either of these teams.
I'm glad you're on my side now.
Drama is awful. Like the challenges are fine. They're just not as entertaining as I want them to be. They take so long. Each one takes like a half hour. It's just like it's like a chore almost to watch the show. And I don't know why I'm continuing to watch
I don't
it.
know why you're continuing so hard, but I totally disagree. I feel like they have hit their stride and they know exactly how to do these shows, and they've got this thing figured out.
That's exactly where I'm like, I should just stop watching. Because I'm
Like,
like
this is what it is. Like the War of the World things. Like, this is what this is. There's gonna be another one. Like, I bet. Like, this show is hit stride.
you guys might be convincing me to stop watching it.
The show's not good.
You guys are just.
I
Cranky.
mean,
I just
guys
articulated
just
what
need
I
a
don't
nap.
like about it.
I just don't know how you guys even watch this MTV crap in general.
You're high perch over there
It's a very high perch as I read the New York Times
in the
on my
dark
phone.
internet corner.
We have a lot of evidence on your questionable reality TV show decisions, Noah. So don't be throwing out
Some
rocks.
sort of
I have one questionable reality TV show
some
decision.
sort of $1 million.
You're usually the
listing.
person who breaks these like rating chains.
No, Selling Sunset. I watched it. I enjoyed it. Very questionable decision of my taste based on that. But that's the only one I feel like could be
there was
really
some
taken.
attractive women in $1 million in that show. So
Sure.
yeah,
You're saying that's why I liked it?
I'm not saying that.
You're not saying anything.
That's correct. So with Floribama Shore ending or starting, that means Jersey Shore ending their vacation. Their season is over, and
Vacation's over.
It was their worst season by far. Like it was pretty much not watchable. I would not recommend watching it at all. It was bad.
How many vacations have they been on?
They didn't do any fucking vacations this
what?
time.
No, you can't call it MTV. You fucked up.
I like the original season was them going on real vacation.
Yeah.
And then the next season, they went on vacation again. And this season, it was just like, hey, we got a random life event. So everyone, like, quote unquote, a vacation, I guess, when you go to like a bar mitzvah or not a, there was like a christening that everyone went to.
Wait. Are you confusing a bar mitzvah with a
No. I
christening?
was just trying to give an example, and I'm like, then I just gave a real example. I
That would be
know
like-
a bar mitzvah is not a christening.
That would be such a good mix-up.
Yeah, no, I purposely said them and recorrect myself. And like,
That would have been great.
and there's just like Vinny like starts like his career on Broadway as a Chippendales dancer, and they like all go to Vegas. So it's just like these like little mini life events. It was just ugh. And the only people that I really enjoy are Vinny and Polly. They're
Have
so
they
good
found their
together.
true love yet?
They have not.
Are they still doing the double shot thingy?
I don't know.
That show. Oof.
That show was like I love Vinny and Polly. That show was also a big oof. So I don't know. Might be off the Jersey Shore game again. They get like 3 seasons and I'm done.
They're milking the shore money. Milking it.
Don't worry, you'll see them in another reality show that MTV produces next week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. Milk it out. They're gonna
What
at
else
least
do they
get
have?
$10 million.
They don't have anything else.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what else they have. I know that MTV's cooking up some shit. Like, it's just bound to happen. These crossovers are happening all the time.
Yeah, they're just going to be on reality shows. They might not be the star of one.
They'll be the host.
Well, Snooki is that host of that tattoo show.
Cool.
How far is Tattoo far?
Yeah, it was
Temptation
awful.
Island is out of control.
What's up?
We've seen 4 episodes, and that show is. I feel like I've watched like 6 seasons of it. Like I don't even know what happened. It's crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. Most of
you're
the
not.
people.
Bring us in. Bring us in.
I don't. There's
I
not much
don't
to say. I don't.
care.
Yeah.
I care.
Well,
No,
I
I
was
just
trying to
mean,
move on, but Noah's trying to hook it
I'm
back
just
in.
trying to say I've reiterated my argument lots of times about the show is I don't like the premise. I don't like the people. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a crazy season.
How many? So you got 4 couples.
Yeah.
How many of them have cheated yet?
One has cheated. There's been a 3-way and
A 3-way
a
with
bunch of other people. Like one person has actually slept with another person, like that one, and then there was definitely a 3-way, and then
with that person.
No, different person. So I guess 2 people.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
know,
all
man.
I'm trying to.
It's out of control.
Okay, we're just gonna have to wait for Harrison to get here.
Yeah, I don't have the
to give
juicy
us the
juice.
This is not cogent.
I wasn't trying to do a detailed update. I was just trying to say
I
the
know.
season's crazy, and y'all is drilling me. On
We're just
these
relying
details.
on you.
No, that was it.
You're the only one.
Stop asking
that's-
questions about it. That's
You're
all I
the only
got.
one that saw it. So we were just asking you a simple
I'm just
question.
telling you
not
it's
trying
crazy.
to grill you, James.
It's crazy.
Just asking you a simple
Yeah, I
question.
didn't realize we were grilling you. I just wanted to learn.
All right.
Oh wait, no. I gotta give a plug.
What the hell else could you have over there?
I got a plug.
plug what? What are you plugging now?
Plugging shit. So
Pet Boys over here, Mr. Internet Corner.
yeah, some of us got a plug. Got to make that skrill on the side.
Jeez,
So
can you
I
draw it out
got
any longer?
2 shows. The Handmaid's Tale. Season 3 has been out
Wait,
for a
you
while.
can't plug a show. This is years.
No,
You're so far out of
season
it.
3.
Oh my
season.
god,
New
dude!
season.
You don't. You get it. If you're watching The Handmaid's Tale, you're gonna keep watching The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
That's not true.
You can't just be.
I stopped watching season 2.
yeah. So I'd say season 3.
Let him say his piece, James.
Thank you, Chris. It is worth watching to know that you're not going to be missing anything else in season 4, if that makes sense.
There's a season 4.
There's probably going to make one. They haven't committed to it. That and then Mindhunter, really good show on Netflix. It's about the serial killer unit at the FBI. Season 1's about creating the unit. Season 2's on one of the big cases on the Atlanta child murders.
Whoa, don't spoil it.
It's not a spoiler. Great
spoil it,
show. Recommend it. Watch it.
I've seen season 1.
Yeah.
I started season 2. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, knowing that's about the Atlanta child murder is definitely not a spoiler.
I know, but I didn't want you to go to spoil territory. So
Oh, I know.
was like,
I'm not gonna spoil. Just
all right.
plug.
Well, you can tweet at Noah Singer any of your questions.
Noah L. Singer
Noah L. What? You didn't correct me? You
on
talked
Twitter.
around-
On Twitter, I am Noah L. Singer.
But on Facebook, you're at Noah Singer.
Yeah, I know. I lost that battle.
You lost Noah L. Singer battle?
No, I actually tried to get Facebook /Noah on Facebook. And I couldn't do it.
Okay. We can follow. You can also tweet at Hoop with the Sun. You can find us on Facebook.com/Hoop with the Sun. You can ask questions and suggestions at hoopwiththesun@gmail.com. Please rate us on iTunes. 5 stars only is what I gather for the rest of the podcast.
What are you, like a taxi driver? Come on.
5 stars. 5 stars.
5 stars,
5
5
stars.
stars,
5
5
stars. Give us a tip. 5 star. 5
5
stars. We'll see you guys next time. James is a liar.
What? I don't lie ever. I speak the truth.